this year.
What did y'all
Put that
think
on Adam
of
Silver.
Becky Hammon's comments about Jalen Brunson and, the fact that guys of his height are not typically the sort of alpha guy on a championship team? There's quite a bit of I was surprised at how, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. I do think it's a fair amount of it is because she's a woman talking about basketball, but I was surprised at how much, she really kicked in the hornet's nest. Everyone was freaking the fuck out about those comments. It's factually accurate comment that it does not frequently happen that the alpha dog on a championship team is 6'2". It's
right, bro. Yeah. The only players in his lifetime who have led their teams to championship that we've seen are fucking Isaiah Thomas and Steph. Now, if you're saying, Jalen Brunson is on that tier, let's reel it in a bit. Jalen Brunson is fucking incredible. I do think that history has shown that you don't win with guys that small, right? It's even though we've had a point guard revolution, you know what I'm saying, as of late, point guards usually do not lead teams to titles. You know what I'm saying? And it hasn't even really happened even during the point guard revolution. Steph was the only one of that crop to really lead the team to a championship. So,
and he's the greatest of the era. That it took him to be the greatest of the era in order to do that.
You feel second best player of his era, second best point guard of all time. Some people think he's
greatest
the first
point guard
of
his era.
Time. Right? Yeah. Exactly.
Bro.
Greatest shooter of all time. Right? Steph is a 1-of-1, top 10 all time guy right there. But yeah, I think that we can just throw height out the window. Jalen Brunson just flat out is not good enough to lead a team to a championship, and that's not a shot. There's only 5 or 6 of those guys in the league, bro.
Right.
And Jalen Brunson just happens to not be one of them. It's not a slight. You can still say this dude is incredible, but he won't be enough to lead the Knicks to the championship. It's not a controversial thing to say.
Paul George on his podcast was really vulnerable and said that I realized at a certain point that I would not win as a number one. I needed to be a number 2. As good as fucking PG is. You know what I'm saying? 3 or 4 years ago, he was the second runner-up for MVP. He's a fucking dog. We can clown as much as we want on Twitter, but on that motherfucking court, he's an animal, bro. He's crazy.
Sneakily the third best 3 of this era, right? It's him, KD. It's Bron, KD, then PG.
And so him saying that, bro, Brunson is a good number 2 guy. You feel me? And you still might not win a championship with it. That's how competitive it is. You know what I'm saying? That's how difficult it is to win a chip. So,
I feel like if she hadn't brought up his height, maybe there's less, or if she hadn't been a woman, I feel like that's what people responded to was who the fuck is she to talk about, basketball? And then also because most people who watch the NBA are not 6'7". So when you talk about someone who's 4 inches taller than you, he's too short. People maybe got upset about that. If she had said Jalen Brunson's not good enough to lead the Nets, he's really great. He's a great player, which is she did say he's a great player. Even he's top 15 player. He could be that and still not be good enough to lead him to a championship. That's why I was so surprised. I was like, are people arguing that Jalen Brunson's going to lead the Knicks to a championship? Just take the height out of it. It's you're mad for 3 days on the internet because you believe Jalen Brunson is leading the Knicks to a championship. I just don't understand the argument,
The reason people love Steph is the reason they were mad when she said, you know what I mean? Because Steph seems normal. Jalen Brunson seems normal. You know what I mean? Nigga, bro, regardless of what she said, you're not good enough to be in the league. You never had a fucking chance, all right? If you had a different coach in high school, it wouldn't have changed, bro. Me too. I'm including me in that motherfucker. It wasn't politics. I wasn't good enough. I'm 5'11", and if I was 6'4", I wouldn't have been good enough either, okay? We got to live with it, guys. Come on, let's go to therapy. Follow me. You know what I mean? I'll give you my information, DM me. You'll get over it, my boy. But no, dog, she's 100% right, 100% right.
All I want for the holidays this year is some NBA action. This week, new customers can score $150 instantly in bonus bets just for betting $5. An instant dub just for you.
The Lakers have a tough stretch coming up. Boston on Christmas, couple road games against the Timberwolves. So I'm definitely keeping my eye on these lines to see how DraftKings thinks LeBron and them boys are going to stack up.
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code Jenkins, JENKINS. New customers can get $150 instantly in bonus bets for betting just $5 on basketball. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code Jenkins. The crown is yours.